What's going on, Cancer? And welcome to the Chariot Friends. Justin here, and I hope you're feeling phenomenal today. And because this is like the last official day that I'll be doing a video in Cancer season. So for those of you who birthday today, happy birthday. And for those who's over the weekend, even if it happens to spill over into Leo, that's fine. Happy birthday. And for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just amazing, Cancer. And it keeps us going. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy your higher self has brought you here. We are in for an amazing journey. So the purpose of the channel, for those of you who have Cancer in your placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, wherever, Cancer, this one's for you. And I do tarot card spreads based off our ruler here, the good old Moon. And I'll talk about what sign she's in, what phase she's in, and when she's going void, of course, just all of those lunar shenanigans. And man, she's doing some lunar shenanigans in that right, Rhonda. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one. So take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me. Never force a reading on a situation, and everything will be fantastic, Cancer. Now, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Crystals? Oh, feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Cancer. And Cancer, I wasn't kidding about the lunar shenanigans. The moon is going void of course again today, Cancer. And considering that she's going void of course so aggressively, I'm going to say that I feel like that is a sign for all of us to maybe take a moment and just kind of, well, let me tell you what's happening with the void of course, and then really start do a void of course, Cancer, because this is not really what it is, but I'm starting to think of the void of course as the moon's form of retrograde. And it's not that she's going backwards, but it's just that the fact that she just kind of wanders for a while, that's a suspect. But Cancer, the moon is going void of course at about 2:30 in the afternoon, and that's going to be Central Time. And should be going void, of course, until Sunday. Yeah, you heard me, Sunday, the 23rd, at about 1:51 a.m. So we're looking at about a 35-hour, 24-minute void of course time there, Cancer. So there's really no excuse to not void of course. Because with the void of course energy, this is a time for recharging our batteries, however that looks like, Cancer. If you need to check out from the world, if you need to get out in the world, if you need to have a bubble bath, get out in nature, maybe go by a lake, whatever that's looking like, anything so that you can kind of just do a check-in, Cancer, and just see where your energy's at. Because us being, an emotional sign and be able to feel to the degree that we do, we got to make sure that our energies are, that's cycling through this ocean here are ours. We can pick up a lot even unintentionally, just happen to be on our commute, maybe just going for a walk, maybe just being in traffic. But, it's just, that's what, one big thing with the void, of course, doing some meditation, however that looks like for you, Cancer. And then also you may notice that your plans may be subject to unexpected changes at this time, and that also that people are less likely to make decisions during this time. So just something, and maybe, and just something to pay attention to, Cancer. And then with the moon still primarily being in Virgo, we're going to give this a Virgo. Oh, and Cancer, happy Friday, Venus Day. We got it in good with Venus, so why not celebrate today? And I think that's something I'm going to start mentioning to Cancer, like the planetary days and things. That might be something you might be interested in. But with the moon being in Virgo, this is a really productive place for the moon, Virgo is very organized, very detail-oriented, very just precise in what they do. So this is something where if we got a lot of monotonous work to do, any sort of like routine things, any sort of like habits that we want to make routine, things that are elevating us, that we started off during this lunar cycle here, Virgo energy has your back. The one thing with Virgo energy, though, is that in that pursuit to perfection, for purity, that they can be overly critical, so that's something we want to be mindful of there, Cancer. But also, this is great for, Virgo being a sign of service. You know, this could be something where we may be thinking about volunteering or maybe joining a type of group, maybe creating your own type of group there, Cancer. You know, but just something to think about with Virgo, with the moon and Virgo energy there. And then we have the waxing crescent phase coupled with that. And this is about really setting your intentions, Cancer. You know, building yourself up, getting geeked up for what you're about to involve into, whatever it is that you set off. Maybe we're starting a new workout routine or, you know, health food habit or maybe meditation, and you're about to level up, Cancer. By that full moon, we're going to be celebrating. So this is getting geeked up for, look at you building yourself up already, you know, tapping into that intuition, going within, Cancer. I'm with it. And then last few things. These readings that I do, they're not gender specific readings. So apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations. And the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box below, so definitely check that out if you're interested. But also down below are some links for some other readers that I like watching, Cancer, so definitely give them a look out. Very intuitive group. I think you'll like them. Alright, but let's get your general energy of the day here. Interesting, Cancer. So you got the, I like this card, you got the 6th card of Taurus here, which is the Anamkara card, and I love it. Venus rules over Taurus, along with Libra there. And this is a card of unconditional love, romance, soulmates, uncommon bond, devoted, always, tenderness, timeless, constant, affection, best friends, appreciation, unchanging love, and infinite love. Interesting, Cancer. So the energy that's coming through here is some romance, Cancer. And you know, romance is going to be a little interesting here because Venus is going to be going retrograde here soon. We're already kind of in the shadow of the retrograde, but, and it's not to say that romance is going to be impossible, Cancer, but things may slow down a little bit with this thing. Just think about this Taurus energy. And so if we are thinking about looking for love, you know, if we find that if things have been hard, maybe we've been kind of striking out or something along those lines, maybe there haven't seemed to be connections, you know, maybe something to try, Cancer, because I get it, you know, well, I mean, this may just be me, Cancer, but, you know, and to be fair, listen, I have, and I'm slowly working on it, but the internet and we're getting there. And so online dating and things and all that stuff, that seems like a lot. It is a lot. And so if you do find yourself maybe overwhelmed or maybe in those spaces, it's like, you know, one thing to really kind of pull in love, Cancer, is doing things that you love. Whether this be maybe you like playing baseball or maybe you like playing soccer or maybe we like just going for walks around the park. And who knows, Cancer, maybe, you know, make that a routine. And who knows, maybe you come across someone else who's walking and then you got yourself a walking buddy. Now you say, you know, Cancer, you know, no, don't knock it. Don't knock it till you tried it, Cancer. But, and here's the thing, Cancer. Even on like a bit of a broader sense, you know, I'm gonna kind of expand on this a little bit. This could be even just like doing some just like romantic things for yourself. Maybe taking yourself out for dinner, maybe buying yourself some flowers, maybe, or you know, whatever it is that you would want someone else to do for you, do for yourself, Cancer, and just see how that feels. You know, just get yourself in that sort of Venusian type of energy. I love that, Cancer. And just in yeah, like, you know, I remember, and I've told the story kind of on and off, but there was this woman that I remember. She came into this restaurant that I worked at, and she was just her, and she treated herself. She had a full meal. She got herself a bottle of wine, of course some rosé, had it chilled, and then had her, you know, salad, appetizer, main course, dessert. Reading her book was in it. And that's what I'm saying, Cancer. Doing some stuff like that, because that was not only really cool to just see, but that showed a level of confidence too, you know, and respect for, I feel like, self, you know, and that was really, there's power in that. I feel like being able to give yourself that unconditional love and infinite love there, Cancer. So that's really nice. But let's make that routine, Cancer. But let's get some tarot on this. Cancer, let's see what we got here. Interesting, Cancer. So you have the Three of Wands, the Knight of Crystals, the Seven of Stars, and the Eight of Cups here. And this is interesting, Cancer. I do feel that for this, that maybe for some of us, it almost feels that maybe for some that we've kind of like let this idea go of love, maybe just for some, you know, that maybe we felt that there wasn't, maybe it felt like every time that we've invested and kind of would water these plants and things, and not the let me stop referring to people's plants, you know what I mean, Cancer. But like, it's, you know, we started investing in these relationships, and this doesn't even just have to be romance, Cancer, like necessarily. This could even be with like a relationship, you know, as far as like friends, family, business, things along those lines. We can broaden it up. But if we feel that we haven't found that type of growth, and we've been, you know, kind of trying hard to, maybe some of us have even been kind of like wrestling with the idea of love, like what does it, or maybe that's something too, Cancer, that's fascinating. You know, maybe some were even thinking about this maybe letting go this idea of like how romance could be, and maybe we are kind of broadening in a sense, you know, like, and not even saying like we're like necessarily going into like an open relationship or anything like along those lines, Cancer, but more so just like as far as like maybe we're just gonna date for a while, you know, maybe just be a little more kind of free as far as like that, you know, maybe start just like maybe little romances, you know, get in that honeymoon phase, and then, you know, kind of part ways, you know, leave it while things are lovely, you know. I love that phase, Cancer. That's always beautiful. But I do still kind of feel for some, though, that there is this kind of, just with the Eight of Cups here, there's almost like this sense of like melancholy here or something along those lines, where maybe we felt that we were walked away from, or that, and you know, Cancer, I feel like our energy does tend, when we're invested in something, I do feel like that we have a tendency to give quite a bit, you know. And how can we not? We're the nurturers of the zodiac. But I do feel like that, don't try not to let, if we've had maybe like past romances that have, you know, we thought it was going to have all this potential here, but then it's, you know, turned out to be just like maybe a lesson along the way, along our journey here, Cancer, something for you to learn, for you to take into the future, you know. Because here's the thing too, well, first, you know, just remembering that, so I'm about to be all over the place, but remembering to, back with as far as like the nurturing aspect, that, you know, you can still trust in that intuition, Cancer, and that nurturing energy is just like these. Now I can go into this next thought, because now these relationships, no matter how they go, Cancer, they do teach us a lot, you know, whether that be what we, because, you know, the thing is, you know, when we got into this whatever this relationship is, there was some sense of love there at some point in time, you know. It wasn't just random that the universe that pulls us together. It is a it's meant for you to help you grow, Cancer, and to teach you, whether teach you how you love, how you want to be loved, how, yeah, and how we can grow from this, Cancer. I like that. Cancer, see what else we got here. All right, Cancer, so you got the Ten of Wands, and then you got the Nine of Cups here. That's interesting, because with the Ten of Wands here, it almost feels like that maybe for some there's this, I almost feel like that there's this, that maybe right now that we may be taking these lessons that may come from these relationships, and allowing them to weigh us down, to stay in that energy of just kind of being like, how could things have gone different, or, you know, or It's like, it kind of reminds me of those sort of like the love songs, Cancer, when you get ones where you have like a breakup and it's just like, oh, I'll never love again and all this stuff like that. And it's just like, where I get the point that's being made. We also want to be mindful of that kind of energy that we attract with ourselves, because with the Nine of Cups, especially with how we feel, Cancer, if we get in that energy of saying, that we'll never attract love, then that'll be so. The universe does not like to make you a liar, Cancer. And listen, I know how that sounds, but it is one of those things. Like, have you paid attention? Like, there was a moment there where I was kind of evaluating the stuff, and it's one thing, Cancer, I feel like, to listen to stuff. Listen, I'm not trying to down your favorite song, but it's more so when you kind of take it on, Cancer. It's and listen, I may be over thinking, this, Cancer, but I have a musical background, and that music had a strong influence on me, and so it's just it's something that I think about sometimes, and I feel like it is something to be aware of how powerful, just not again, not that I'm trying to do just music, but anything that we listen to or that we tell ourselves, and because they can become weights on us, Cancer, and kind of slow you down on this journey where even if something did go south, it is meant to lift you up, because then that it was meant to teach you something for a reason, so that one, it teaches us compassion, Cancer, because when another person goes through this thing, now we can come from a level of understanding. Because the nice thing about our sign, I feel, where sure, we may not understand, and I feel like this is in general, where it's like we may not understand a person's unique situation. If you open yourself up, we can feel what you're talking about, and I feel that having that extra little thing in your pocket, like a story where you can relate to that individual, or maybe even a broader sense, Cancer, maybe you're talking to a group or something, but either way, it's evoking this energy here that's raising the vibration. It's taking the hard lessons here and investing them in a different way. It's walking away, in the sense, it's walking away from that burden of the past to the look at that, going from your Eight of Cups and Knight of Cups there, Cancer. Look at that, we were walking away, we were feeling some kind of way, and now we found peace and lotuses and whatnot. I dig that, Cancer. Move this over here a little bit. And let's get some challenges, Cancer. I feel like this is a very appropriate conversation to have on a Venus day too. This is very, very Empress talk. Cancer, let's see what we got here. Alright, so we have some challenges. That is some challenges, Cancer. So we have the Five of Wands, the Seven of Crystals, and then the Eight of Crystals here. And I feel like with this energy here, Cancer, because this is a lot of conflict, this is a lot of, maybe there was some lying in the past, or there was something here that this is a harsh little pocket here for a challenge. But the nice thing, though, about the Five of Wands, let's start there. Because with the Five of Wands, this can be a card of conflict, a card of challenges and things, whether this be in, maybe it's finding love, or, maybe it's even the confidence of doing nice things for ourselves. Maybe we see that as maybe frivolous, or as like or just like, I'm not sure, Cancer, maybe silly. I don't know, but I feel that there is. I feel like that this energy, if we were to, I don't know, just bring in just more, and it's not to say you don't have love in your life, Cancer, but I mean, like, bring in just like, when was the last time that you did something really nice for yourself? Whether it was like maybe buy your favorite maybe a favorite scent, or maybe got yourself a nice shirt, or just like updated, got yourself some nice shoes, or and then, just or not even just nice, Cancer, just new, or just something along those lines. Maybe we're taking out some old stuff out of the closet, and I don't know, Cancer, but it just feels like with the Eight of Crystals that maybe for some of us, we get, it's like we're just sort of we're sort of stuck in this way of, like, there's this thing that we're telling ourselves with the Seven of Crystals, that that's keeping us stuck in this sort of like this. It's keeping us, I feel like, stuck in this energy that's kind of blocking off the abundance from getting to you, Cancer. Or just like, or not even blocking it off, but preventing us from seeing the abundance around us, you know, because it's all around you, Cancer. Whenever you just kind of take in your surroundings, I mean, it's incredible, Cancer. And I feel that there's the Seven of Crystals is giving me as well. There's like, it's like these, I don't know, Cancer. It's like taking those ideas that maybe you have, like for like what would be a great day for Cancer. You know, like what are some things that you like doing for yourself, and like taking those ideas and like making it like a. And it, again, Cancer, it doesn't have to be anything super big. Maybe we're gonna go read in a park, or maybe we're gonna go to that river that we've been meaning to go to, or maybe it's buying a I don't know, Cancer. Maybe even like a little treat for yourself or something along those lines, but. Let me get a little bit more on this Seven of Crystals here, Cancer. Alright, thank you. Alright, Cancer. Interesting. So the Seven of Crystals is clarified by the Queen of Crystals, the Ace of Wands, and then the Five of Stars here, Cancer. Oh, and I don't know if I told you, Cancer, the crystals are swords, and then the stars are pentacles. And with this energy, Cancer, it feels like that if we were to take these little steps, Cancer, to just like raise your vibration, just like little things, you know, where maybe it's like maybe it's going to get a massage, or maybe it's going to get your nails done, or I don't know, Cancer. But I feel like there's this maybe for some there's been this state of where we've been feeling kind of down, you know, maybe been feeling like there's been this like this lack of, or something along those lines, Cancer, where we just feel like that we're just been, or maybe we've just been kind of, maybe we've had to been in the state of being more frugal. Maybe we've even been kind of tied up with like maybe thinking about bills and things along those lines. And listen, Cancer, I'm not saying that bills and things aren't important, but here's an energy to maybe think about where it's like where I'm not, and again, it's not that we're taken away from the situation, but it's just like if we have bills paid today and we're caught up, then we don't owe anything. You know, that's future stuff. That's for future you to worry about. Present you has all their bills paid and all their stuff taken care of, or whatever this worry may be. So, and it's like that frees you up to use this energy elsewhere, Cancer, to do nice things for yourself. You know, to think about, or maybe do some like we were saying, like maybe even some rearranging around the house or something along those lines, Cancer. But and it's something to think about, Cancer. But let's see. Oh, see, I'm not sure. We're just kind of doing a thing, Cancer. But let's see. Let's see what advice we got from Mercury. Oh, Cancer. The screen went to sleep. There we go. I hope you're still awake out there, Cancer. Alright, Cancer, last little bit here. Oh, look at you, Cancer, a little romance for the win. Oh, look at this little pocket here. I like this, Cancer. So you have the Hanged Man, the Temperance card, the Magician card, and then the Knight of Cups here, Cancer. Let's go ahead and switch back over here. Look at this relationship being divinely guided. And maybe for some of you, you know, well, honestly, I feel like, no, hold on, Cancer. I feel like with some, if we are looking for love, that this Hanged Man, because the Knight of Cups is very romantic. You know, he's all about the feels, and I feel that if we want love, Cancer, then it's a matter of mentality. Considering you got the Hanged Man, Temperance, and Magician here, this is stuff that you need to create. You know, this alchemy here with the Temperance card. It's taking that new perspective that you can attract love by being love, you know, and doing things that you love, by manifesting those things with the Magician here, and being aware of your thoughts here, Cancer. Your thoughts are powerful. This is Mercury energy here, and the Hanged Man is Neptune, and so don't try not to limit yourself as far as like what you can dream up. You know, that you can have that romance, that dream relationship, or whatever it is that we're trying to attract in our lives here, Cancer. You know, the Knight of Cups, he's usually like, he'll have like a cup in front of him, and he's like you can think of him as like scrying in the water, and it's like he's manifesting his stuff in the water. He's seeing what his future is envisioning, or looking for the images to how to get this thing to resonance here. It's I like that, Cancer. That's very powerful. I like that. And then the Temperance card, that's Sagittarius energy. That's wisdom that's being gained from this thing. You know, they're ruled by Jupiter, and that's one thing they deal with, you know, wisdom. And I feel like a level of spirituality that comes from that even just outside of looking for relationships, just that self-love, you know, wanting to elevate you, Cancer. And it does start there, Cancer. In order to really love someone unconditionally and really give, not to say that you can't find love, Cancer, while you're working towards this, but it's having that unconditional love for yourself in all aspects of you, Cancer. The times when we're in temperance and we're in balance and everything's great, and then the times when we're in Five of Stars, or when we're in Eight of Crystals, or, you know, just kind of that more kind of tougher Five of Wands conflict energy. So I like that, Cancer. I think I'm going to leave that there. So if anything resonated with you, give it a thumbs up. And share this, Cancer, if you know someone who may be struggling with love, or maybe, you know, just been kind of the state of where, you know, in that loop of, you know, that love will never come, you know, really been kind of playing the songs out a little bit there, Cancer. I know one of my ones for when I was really kind of feeling kind of low in love there was Fiona Apple. I love Fiona Apple. She's a Virgo. But what else, Cancer? Oh, and we shared this, and then if you didn't, share it again, Cancer, and then subscribe, hit that bell button to get notified when I release videos each week or each day. And then I'm on this meditation app, Insight Timer, and I started a group on there called Zodiacs Raising the Vibration. I don't know what that was, and I created a group on there called just said that, and it's a group to post positive affirmations, encouraging messages, things along those lines. And then as the group grows, I'm going to start posting different guided meditations, affirmations, things along those lines. So, you know, maybe like, I like that. Maybe hanging out with the Hanged Man. Oh, that's even better. I like that. That's good. Manifesting with the Magician. Oh, yeah, that's solid. I'm keeping that one, Cancer. But check that out. And then lastly, if you check your sun, your moon, your rising, your Mercury, since Mercury, oh my goodness, Cancer, that just dawned on me too. We're talking about Mercury energy. We got a lot to think about here, Cancer, when this love thing, since Mercury popped up here. Sorry, I missed you earlier there, buddy. But hopefully, you know, you stayed to the end, Cancer. You caught that Mercury's here. But maybe you caught it in the reading and you're just like Justin, you missed it. But, well, Cancer, check your chart, and then you can give me all this sass. And then come on over to my other channel, Alchemist Date. I do videos weekly there, and it's a good old time, Cancer. And all the housekeeping down in the description box below. But let me get you surprise cards here, Cancer, so I can get you out of here. Look at you. And look what happened when we focused on that love and stuff, Cancer. You look at what you're putting towards your legacy. Your 10 of stars here, bringing stability, bringing balance, bringing maybe even building the family, Cancer. Who knows, you know? And with all this lovely energy, I like that. And, you know, let's get your oracle card here, Cancer. But I do feel like, Cancer, you know, that does affect your legacy and all of that. If we don't feel that level of abundance, and we tell ourselves, you know, we are the manifestors of our, you know, we create our realities, Cancer. So, you know, I do feel like it's just keeping that in mind. You know, it's not to say that you won't get caught up in things from time to time. You know, Neptune energy, you know, that deals with that mysterious, that illusion, that type of realm, the things that stay hidden from us, where sometimes we can get caught up, Cancer, but it's part of the lessons here. It gets us towards that 10 of stars there. Let's see what else we got here, Cancer. I love that. And you know, it might even build a community, Cancer, because you got the Kava Kava card, which is the 48th card is the community, and it's ruled by the Moon and Pluto. And with this energy, Cancer, you know, maybe for some, maybe we have been, if we've been really kind of focused in love, Cancer, maybe this is something where, and again, it's not that there's nothing wrong with that or anything along those lines, but maybe there's even, it's maybe taking that love, even going a little broader than that, maybe even getting into a sense of community, because maybe we've been kind of looking in just like the same old places, but it's like it's broadening that now. Maybe we join like a dance club if we've been thinking about that, or something along those lines. Join a rowing team, I don't know, Cancer, or maybe a running team or something along those lines, Cancer. Something where we're vibing with people, you know, really kind of and I don't know, Cancer too. I like that Pluto and Moon energy to there. That's an interesting combo. I feel like that there could be this transformation on this kind of subconscious level that could really go down here, because I like that, Cancer. So explore that. See if we can build a stronger sense of community. But all right, Cancer, I think I'm gonna leave that there. So yeah, I'll leave you to build your community over the weekend. So you stay safe out there. Enjoy, for those of you who birthdays over the weekend, enjoy your birthday. And Cancer, you know, we're celebrating. Everyone's celebrating one last time for the birthday season. So have a blast, Cancer. You know, raise your vibration through the roof. You know, meditate with the moon. You know, she is going void of course till Sunday. Find a little time, just recharge your batteries, and everything will be zen, Cancer. And I will catch you on the next one Monday.